Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back doing another 8-4 Oath of the Gatewatch Battle for Zendikar draft. Looks like a pretty easy endbringer. I would have taken it over Isolation Zone or Oblivion Strike, but thankfully I wasn't even given that choice. So nothing really close to the power level of endbringer. Very strong card. Very fun to play with. Not so fun to play against, as it turns out. And what else we got? Like Reality Hemorrhage, Stalking Drone, Sky Scour, which is a little bit more build around. Auxiliary is pretty good. Yeah, nothing too good in here outside of Endbringer. I think it's going to be somebody easily taking Reality Hemorrhage second pick here. We'll see, though. Okay, I actually like Stoneforge Masterwork, but I'm looking at Hedron Crawler for ramp or Baloth Null just because it's the strongest card. There's also Seed Guardian, which is mono-colored. All these cards are good. Baloth Null is very strong. Certainly the strongest card in here. Hedron Crawler is the most desirable for just leaving me completely open. It works well with Endbringer, ramping, and fixing for it. If I don't end up playing black-green, I am going to regret missing a Hedron Crawler, and even a Seed Guardian if I end up green but not black. I probably still take Baloth Null. I'm missing good cards here, but Baloth Null is just really, really strong. Okay, third pick. Let's see here. There's Crumbling Vestige. Kindi Aeronaut. Zulport Chain Mage. Sky Scourer. Stalking Drone. Could take the Stalking Drone. Best card. I don't know. Maybe Wall of Resurgence. I like Wall of Resurgence. I think this card kind of gets a bad reputation because you have to turn one of your... Well, you don't even have to. Because you get a 3/3 land. I don't get it. I think Wall of Resurgence is really strong. The fact that you get a hasty creature in white, very unusual outside of like Ondu Rising and whatever that 5 mana instant speed one is. I can just take the Stalking Drone, though. Also very good. I think I'm going to go Stalking Drone. Just it fits. It moves me towards Baloth Null, and I don't think Stalking Drone is that much worse than Wall of Resurgence anyway. Okay, so now there's Shrieker. There's Seer's Lantern. Flaying Tendrils. All of these are fine. Could take the Lantern. Ramps to our endgame, fixes for Endbringer. I like Shrieker probably a little bit more. It's a little more impact. It's a tough card to play against most of the time. I think I'm going to take it. Could just take the colorless spell here, though. I mean, it does feed Endbringer and works with Stalking Drone. Maybe I want that instead. In case black doesn't work out. I'm usually not thrilled about playing Seer's Lantern, but I guess I can take it there. That was a close one, though. Oh, let's see here. Pretty unexciting all around. Corpse Churn has the best synergy with Baloth Null, but it tends to go just very late, and I tend to not play it for the most part anyway. Even though, like I said, it is good with Baloth Null. I guess it's fine with Endbringer, too. I think Sweep Away is probably the best card remaining here. Precedent of Service is good too. Guess I'll take the Sweep Away. Still a chance I end up something else other than black-green. Take Negator here. It's not very exciting. Remorseless Punishment is fine, not exciting though, and Not looking to be a deck that wants to do that. Can take Negator. I don't really like the card all that much, but it's fine. It's playable. It's probably the most playable card here for the most part. Cinder Hellion's fine too. It's probably equal in strength to Cinder Hellion. Maybe Cinder Hellion's slightly stronger, but blue still might be the direction I'm supposed to be going. Possibly. We're figuring that out. Ramosa's Punishment's just not that good. Seagate Wreckage, on the other hand. There's also a Bailoff Pup in here. But we're going to take the Seagate Wreckage. It's just good. Fixes for Endbringer. Works with Negator. Works with Stalking Drone. Good card to draw some cards. I've been pretty impressed with Seagate Wreckage. Okay, that's a late Hedron Crawler. Probably just take that over the Translator. There's also a Vines of the Recluse in there. Okay. Could take the Waste. There is Ruin in their wake. But not that good. Probably take the Waste. Okay. Cultivator Drone's pretty good, actually. Works well with Endbringer. There's also Tar Snare. I like Drone more, especially given what our deck looks like right now. Maybe we're doing a green-blue thing. Maybe we're doing black-blue. Either way, I'd like to splash Bailoff. No, we'll see if we get that opportunity. Okay. It's a late Grip of the Royal. It's a good card. I like it. Here's a Flaying Tendrils, which I like too. I think I'm going to take the Tendrils. It actually looks good in our deck at the moment. Everything but Hedron Crawler could potentially survive, even Stalking Drone. Maybe we're going to be ending up splashing green as well. Did get the Corpse Turn back. Both of them, as a matter of fact. Okay, I think we're kind of establishing what we're doing here. I think we're going to do blue-black. We were getting late enough good blue spells where I feel comfortable where we could probably go that direction. Which means we might just have to ditch out on Stalking Drone. Which means we didn't get punished too bad here. I guess probably not going to be able to make the Bailoff Null work unless I can splash the green. I like Thought Harvester. I like Cyclone Sire too, though. Which one do I like more? I guess Thought Harvester has more synergy if we end up with some processing cards, which this deck looks like it could do. But I think Sire's still better than Harvester. I'd rather pay an additional colorless mana, get an extra power, and this ability. I think. Pretty sure. So I think we're going to go Sire here. I do think Thought Harvester is good too, though. Void Grafter. I think Blinding Drone's where we're at here. Just a good card. Very good card. Second Seer's Lantern. Ancient Crab. Probably want to sweep away. Number 2. I'm okay with that. Way to buy time. So we're going to need some more early action. Maybe we wheel Ancient Crab or Umara Tangler. I think this is absolutely 100% looking like a main deck Flaying Tendrils deck. If we can make the black work. It's not necessarily true that we will, which means I might have to go into green-blue, which I don't really want to do. There's not a ton of rewards for it, although we did see the Void Grafter, which will wheel almost assuredly if no one's in green-blue. But we'll take the sweep away for now. I like sweep away. It's fine. Fine and good enough. Okay. Well, we can take the Shrieker now. There's also a Null Caller. And there's a Waste. I probably want the Shrieker, though. It's more of an aggressive card. Guess I could take the Envoy. Envoy is defensive. It doesn't die to Tendrils. It gains life. Might make more sense, actually. There's also Null Caller. I think Envoy's better than that. Envoy's probably more in line with what we want to do. It's not going to beat down as nearly as efficiently as Shrieker, but we look like a deck that's going to succeed a little bit more in the late game anyway. That's not necessarily true, but I think that is. So we're going to take the Envoy here. Havoxor is very good. I like it more than Sky Scour in this deck a lot more, actually. So, pretty happy to pick that up. I think it's just good. Devouring Flames and Boulder Salvo. Wow, those cards are good. Might just want the Unknown Shores. Helps us splash for Baloth Null. Gives us colorless mana for all of our things. Passing up a Pathfinder, which I don't care about. Seems right to me. And I think we're actually good on colorless mana now. Unnatural Endurance is actually pretty good. This is not a Visions of Brutality deck. I mean, I'd play Pathfinder. I don't really need it. I probably want the Unnatural Endurance. Get a combat trick that is good defensively, good offensively. This is not a Chain Mage deck. Just do not have the allies to support it other than like Envoy. Okay. Entangler, Grip of the Royal, Umara Entangler. So if we ditch the Stalking Drone, which I think we're going to do, probably not even going to play, maybe play one Corpse Churn, but you can see our curve is still a little bit high. I don't love Entangler in here, but I guess we do have Grip of the Royals and Sweep Away. I probably just want the second Grip of the Royal. Could take the Avenger, but might just want the Grip. It's a good way to buy some time, I think. So I'm going to take Grip, number 2. It's a good kind of tempo card. Guess I can take Timber Gorge, but not likely to play it. But I guess I'm not playing any of this. Maybe Comparative Analysis, I guess. Okay. A little card draw. Did get the Void Grafter, which we still can splash. I just don't think it's going to happen, though. It's fine. It's not great. Maybe I take a second Unnatural Endurance. I can also take the Pathfinder. I don't love splashing Void Grafter. I don't think that's going to happen. So do I need another 6-drop? I think we're going to be able to find one in pack 3. So let's take the second Unnatural Endurance. I think a couple combat tricks could be in order here. None of these cards matter. I guess Spider. Make a Stand's good, but Spider, we want to evade. I guess we don't have a ton of evasion, but we have enough where Spider's probably the best of those. Interference will cut blue. So in pack 3 here, we still want some more early game. Our deck looks okay though, but we want some more early game. We really want to sort of give ourselves a couple more 2-drops if we can. Well, there's a Cryptic Cruiser. There is a Culling Drone. I probably want the Channeler though, seeing as it just works well with a lot of what we've got, and it's a good finisher on its own. Maybe we wheel the Culling Drone. It's not a super popular card. There's a Clutch of Currents here too, though. Maybe I want the Clutch, actually. I like Clutch because it's just another way to tempo. We have some good tempo cards at the moment. And it doubles as both a creature. It actually synergizes with Cyclone Sire. You know, you make a 6/6 land instead, or you can split your resources. I do like Channeler, though. I think I'm going to go Clutch. Strangler, Incubator Drone, Tightening Coils. All of these are good. Might want the Tightening Coils. There's a Nullifier. I think we're going to be able to wheel it, though. Strangler, we don't have any ways to exile, is that right? Tendrils exiles. That's it, though. Incubator is very good, too. I think I'm just going to take the Coils. Gives us some early protection, which I like. Hope to wheel, Incubator Drone, Nullifier. Sifter, honestly, you could splash it, but I think we'll restrict our splash to Baloth Null at the moment. We are creature light. You can count Clutch of Currents as a creature, though, so we really have like 10, which is good still. I'm gonna take the Tightening Coils. I just want a little more early protection. Malachor Familiar is very good. I like it more than Culling Drone for sure. And Myers Malice is fine too, but I think we want this Familiar. I love the Death Touch, even without any life gain. Flying, Death Touch. It's just a very good mix of abilities. Great card in general. Another Clutch of Currents in here too. But I'm going to take the Familiar over it. I do think Familiar is very good. Still very well could be a Part to Water Veil. You know, this card's actually not bad. This card is not bad. I don't love it in this deck, but there might not be anything else I care about. I mean, we're not going to be able to give Class 3 and Nightwatch flying, right? Well, I guess Envoy. Yeah, that's not bad. 4/5 Body's also good. Part the Water Veil's more exciting, but this I just don't think this is the deck for it. It seems like it's we're kind of a I just don't think we're the right game plan for it. Dominator Drone is good because it's cheap, but I don't think this is right for it. I think we're taking the Nightwatch. Part's a lot of fun to play, like I said, but I just don't think this is quite the right deck for it. Clutch of Currents for days. All right, we're going to take all the Clutch of Currents. I think we're just going to ditch the analysis. Ooh, Coastal Discovery. It's also Sharpshooter and Anticipate, but Coastal Discovery is very strong. Might just ditch out on one of the Unnatural Endurance at this point. Could actually ditch out on the Corpse Churn, since we're already kind of creature light. Even though it's got good Bailoff Null synergy. All right. Starting still a little bit too top heavy for my taste. Bone Splinters would be good if we had some token producers. I'm not sure that we do. We're too creature light to really take advantage of Bone Splinters. We don't really have enough exile for Oracle of Dust, but I might take it anyway. Just in case. Rush of Ice. Probably take that, although pretty unnecessary, but so is Royal Mage's Trick, I guess. I could take the Cascade, I guess. I think the card's fine, actually, with, like, Blinding Drone. I just don't think we're going to play Rush of Ice, although I don't particularly want to play against it. That is true as well. Still think I'm going to take Cascade. I think it makes the cut. Ooh, Culling Drone. Got it back. I'm going to take it over Anticipate. I like Anticipate a lot, but we're creature light. So I want to have some more stuff to do early. So many 5-drops. I guess we do have a Crawler and a Seer's Lantern, though. All right, whatever. Taking Culling Drone. Ooh, got the Incubator Drone. That's good news, too. So, got enough playables, which is great news. Take the Predator here. Take the second Predator, I guess. Whatever. Okay. Sure. So we got enough playables. Deck looks pretty good. Not insane. Probably not going to run double Unnatural Endurance in this deck. Might be okay with one, but I might end up cutting it. In general. Maybe just not deal with combat tricks. Win through other means. Probably have enough 5-drops where I'm just going to ditch out on Oracle of Dust. I think I would rather have Glossier Nightwatch, considering we really just can't even feed Oracle of Dust outside of Flaying Tendrils, right? I guess Culling Drone technically can. But I don't anticipate getting in too often with Culling Drone. It's much more as just a 2-drop play that can trade with something early, which is all I need it to be. I don't think we're an 18-land deck because of the 2 ramp spells. Let's ditch the Unnatural Endurances. Let's ditch the Oracle of Dust. This would be our 23-card deck, which doesn't actually look that bad. We really have 16 creatures if you include the Clutch of Currents and Coastal Discovery, which I do. I might have to run 1 Forest for Bailoff Null. And see how that affects the mana base. I don't think it's that bad, though. We have 1 double black spell. Other than that, we're pretty black light. I can probably get away with 6 Swamps and an Unknown Shores, since we only have 1 double black. Although all of our blue is mono blue. Our mana base is not that bad, actually. I think it's not going to be as bad as one might think. Kind of like this deck. I think it's fine. A lot of like tempo cards in a deck that really doesn't tempo people out very effectively, admittedly. But Still seems fine. A little bit of card draw. Flaying Tendrils can do some work, especially if we're like tempoing our opponent, you know, tapping their 2 toughness guys to save damage. They play more 2 toughness guys, Tendrils, gain a bunch of board advantage. On top of that, most of our guys do not die to Flaying Tendrils outside of like Malachor Familiar and Culling Drone, which is a pretty good little batting average for this deck. All right, yeah, I think this is where we're at. So we're going to run 1 Forest, I think, for Bailout Null. Just 1. So I wanted to do something like this. This looks fine. 7.5 blue, 6.5 black. You really can count Unknown Shores as almost a full mana source, unlike Holdout Settlement that actually requires you to have something else. Unknown Shores just ups the mana cost of everything in your deck. So you almost can count it, like I said, as a full mana source. Almost, I think. Yeah, I like this deck. I think it's fine. I like it probably... Honestly, it's still in D territory, which maybe I shouldn't say I like it. But it looks like it can do some work for us. I think we actually have some threats that... and some kind of tempo-y removal stuff that... And even the Cultivator Drone in this deck is fine, too. Activating Havoc Sower, 2/3 body. I guess it's not as good as I want, but it still ramps to Endbringer. It's okay. Just didn't end up with as many Devoid spells as I was expecting. I think I'm going to give this deck about the same grade my last deck had. They're very different decks, but I think it's about equal in power level, probably a 67%. The bonus of this deck is we have a good amount of removal. The board wipe and Flaying Tendrils looks actually good. We've got enough finishers. Yeah, I think this deck's fine. 67%, nothing insane. But looks like it could definitely do some work if we're fortunate enough. So here's how we're running it. We'll see you round 1.